Hey, check it out. It's like Christmas morning when the actual physical paper arrives. You're like, yes, it came. Here it is. And I can also get started on a physical read for the first time in 2 days. Plus, I got the whole crew. I got the eldest. I got the youngest flanking me. So this is going to be one of those power reads, but I'm going to try to also, be as incisive around the content and take the time I can take to go through the papers, since it's the first physical paper we've had in a couple days. But I got to get started because, time is of the essence here with 2 children. So let's just get it open. Let's get it open. Here it is. Let's unveil it. Of course, it comes along with the New York Times. So I'm going to put that to the side, as we do, and focus here on the Philadelphia Inquirer for Wednesday, February 3rd. There you have it. Should we do some separating of the sections here? A physical process we missed in the past couple days. All right, Grace? When Grace is here, you're going to have raspberries. It's just the nature of the business. Here's the front page. Region. Oh yeah, Grace? Okay. Life. You got a little bit of a soundtrack going on. You gotta let some background tunes. What are you gonna do? Just gotta go with it. Start with sports, as we do. Ready? Gracie. Ready? Let's try this thing. Front page picture here of LeSean McCoy with the Bucks. I didn't even realize he was with the Bucks, to be honest with you. Maybe I did know that, and I just kind of forgot that he was. Hey, sweetie. Can we not, hon? Can we not do the raspberries for a little while? Just watch Peppa Pig in peace. Peppa Pig in peace. Well, now he sees himself as a rabbit's foot, quote-unquote, McCoy, because he's not playing. I mean, he's playing, technically, but he's not actually on the field running and things. So, yes? So, quote, when I retire, I definitely want to retire an Eagle. I'm the all-time rushing leader there. 25. Hasn't touched the field since I left. Is that all true? Is that all true, Grace? Is that all true that he's a leading rusher for the Eagles? That I did not realize. I mean, I guess, my hope is that he would, stick to facts. And that's the truth. Yes, it is. It says it right here. He's a Bucks' third running back, though, behind Ronald Jones and Fournette. He played just 116 snaps in the regular season. Fewest of his career, Grace. He had just 10 rushing attempts for 31 yards and 15 catches for 101 yards. All right. Well, McCoy's going to suit up, maybe get himself a trophy as a, quote, rabbit's foot. His term. Is that what you think about that, Grace? Like, yeah, okay. Okay, LeSean. I can't get over it. Like, I mean, listen, it doesn't haunt my mind whenever I think of LeSean McCoy, but it occurs to me his anti-tipping of Philadelphia servers, his misbehavior in bars, and kind of other unruly attitude. Now, again, he was a young guy, maybe just being a young rich guy, but there were some unsavory moments outside, off the field, outside the stadium for Mr. McCoy. So, kind of taints my impression of him as a person. But if he wins the Super Bowl, right? I guess it's good for him, former Eagle. It's like that article we read yesterday about the MLB, or 2 days ago, about MLB potentially having a later start to the season. Players are shooting down that possibility. Spring training will start on time after all. As for the regular season, check back. With decades of multiple mutual distrust hanging low and the specter of labor unrest in 10 months, Major League Baseball announced late Monday night an on-time start for spring training after the Players Association rejected the league's pitch for a 1-month delay. Article right here. Oh no! Morgan Frost might miss the rest of the season. Brutal. He's on a soldier in Colorado and may miss the rest of the season. Fletcher said Frost will be sidelined for several months. I don't know if he's a candidate to come back at any point this season, Fletcher said. I guess in my mind, I'm just hopeful for recovery and a great offseason. Sweetie pie, come on. And maybe get him ready for next year. Maybe he'll beat that timeline. We'll have more information after the surgery is completed this week. Look at this. They're trying to woo Matt Niskanen back to the ice. Right? What do you think about that? Crazy talk. Maybe not, though. Matt Niskanen unexpectedly retired after last season. Yeah. The Flyers lost a top-pairing defenseman, a player who played in all situations, and a leader in the locker room. No wonder, then, Chuck Fletcher stays in touch with him. Calls him every 2 weeks. Hey, Matt. It's Chuck. How you doing? Listen. Feel like coming back to play some hockey? Got the spot for you. Look, we got your locker still. Look, I'm going to FaceTime you. Here's your locker. Looks good, doesn't it? Crazy. Come on, sweetie pie. Why don't you go play? You want to go play with your buddies? You know we only have about 15 minutes of this. I don't know how it's going to happen. It was an ambitious plan to start, and we're going to stick with it. You know, I'm not a quitter. If there's a chance Niskanen changes his mind, Fletcher said, he will welcome the veteran with open arms. I think he's having too much fun ice fishing, Fletcher said in an interview Tuesday on Sirius XM's NHL network. Quote, Matt's made it clear he's done playing, but we didn't terminate his contract. We left open the possibility that if he did change his mind, we will be in the position to bring him back. It's not something we're counting on. He's been pretty clear in his conversation with me that he's enjoying where he's at right now, and it was the right decision at the right time. Maybe that time has changed, and that decision will change with time. Come on, Matt. Come on back to the fold. We could use you on the ice. You know you want to be part of this potentially Stanley Cup winning Philadelphia Flyers team. Imagine you alongside Pro V again, like old times, up and down the ice, blocking shots, taking shots, being a leader. Come on. You know you want to. This is my plea. That's my plea into the ether for Matt Niskanen. It's like Jalen Hurts took a stab at addressing the QB sitch. Said he's focused on improving and looking forward to working with a longtime family friend. Who is exactly? Who's that family friend? I don't know. Sirianni's new quarterbacks coach is former University of Florida defensive coordinator Brian Johnson. Johnson played for Hurts' father, Merion Hurts, in high school, then tried to recruit Hurts when Johnson was at Mississippi State. So it looks like new QB coach for the Eagles. Him and Hurts got some ties. Okay. Read more about Hurts and his thoughts on the QB sitch on Inquirer.com. School board hasn't changed. It will change after around 11 p.m. tonight when the Sixers and Flyers finish up their games against the Bruins and the Hornets, respectively. Now we're going to move to weather real fast here. Weather time in the city. Here's weather. What do we got? What do we have? Some wind today. High of 34, dropping to 25. Next couple of days, you'll see a mixture of weather conditions. We actually see some bright sunshine coming in next Monday and a little bit of next week. Looking like we're coming out of things. Maybe I can get back on my bike. Maybe tomorrow, maybe even today. I don't know. Got to see how those roadways are holding up. Today's sunset. Yesterday was 5:22. Today, 5:23. Done. Sports. Let's go to life. Let's go to Liz life. Right? Okay, Grace. Are you excited about life too? She's down there really excited about life. Question. Who's responsible for shoveling snow? And it's not a question for CAROLYN, we're all familiar with, but it is a question for the Inquirer generally, trying to figure out what are my responsibilities here? What do I owe my neighbors? What do I owe the city? What do I owe the streets? What do I owe humankind when it comes to shoveling? Well, all your answers can be found on C1 today. Can I get fined for not shoveling my sidewalks? Probably the most, kind of pressing question you might have. Is it going to cost me money? Yes, you can. Fines range from $50 to $300 for those who violate city snow removal rules. How much time do I have to clear my sidewalks? You have 6 hours after snow stops falling to clear your sidewalks. So, if snow stops falling at 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning, you have until 7 or 8. So you best be getting up out of bed, shoveling at 6 a.m. or else they're going to come around and hand you a ticket. That might be a little bit of a stretch. They're probably going to give you a little bit of time, I'd imagine. But you got to make a path that's 36 inches wide, too. You can't just be one of those skinny paths. You got to tiptoe down. You gotta do 1 foot in front of the other down. You got to make a path so that you can walk straight up like a, regular old traditional walking style. A lot of regs. We had a parent trip today. Emily Clennell and Aaron Clenny, 33 and 43. Winona. Congratulations. Winona was born November 6th, guys, 2020. Winona came in the world. November 16th, excuse me. I'm going to sneeze. Possibly. Fought it off. I fought it off just in time for you-know-who. CAROLYN. Let's make it fast. No disrespect to CAROLYN, but we got to try to get through this. We're on crunch time. Question. As if 2020 weren't lousy enough, my beloved dog unexpectedly died, and I have been beyond miserable. My sister knows this and calls every week to ask if I'm feeling better. She loves me. She means well, but her calls are upsetting. Right, Grace? Right, Marley? If I said, quote, I love to talk with you and thanks for your concern, asking about my feelings every week isn't making things better. It's just upsetting me more, so please stop asking how I'm doing. It would hurt her feelings. Any suggestions, CAROLYN? And CAROLYN says, oh no, I'm sorry. When it feels wrong to say you don't want something and say instead what you do want. Same ends, subtler means. In this case, quote, I love to talk with you and thanks for your concern. That was a good start. Quote, right now, what helps is to talk about something else. Get my mind off things. Tell me how you're doing. After saying the longer version once, shortcuts might suffice. Thereafter, quote, hanging in. Now tell me about you. Watching anything good? General consistency is your friend. So is your sister. She just needs you to show her how. We can all help each other. We can all help each other determine how to approach emotional situations as a team. And in this case, two siblings coming together to say, hey, you love your dog. I loved your dog. I want to be there for you. Here's how it can be done in a way that's going to work out for both of us. There's another question here. Looks like it could be about COVID. I don't know what. But unfortunately, we're going to have to kind of skip it today. It's 2 questions. Special question. It could actually involve also a ghosting situation. But if you're curious about that, check out CAROLYN on Inquirer.com. For now, we're going to move quickly to the horoscope. What do we got? What do we got for the Scorpios in this world today? Scorpio, time to figure out what we're going to do today. Oh, it's a 5-star day. You see this? It doesn't happen every day when you get your 5-star days. Right up here. And 5 stars. What does that mean exactly? It means that there is an accent. It means you feel the healing of old wounds and the opening of opportunities. Today favors an attitude of largesse. Elevate your standards and expectations. This is the start of a whole new cycle of great growth. You believe that? Today, a random Wednesday in February, the first Wednesday in February, happens to be the day that my new cycle of growth begins. I didn't even know until I opened up the paper and saw Madeline Aslan's astrology column. Didn't even know. I would have went about the entire day thinking it was just another day, but it's actually a day of new growth, a new cycle of growth. Wow. I guess we'll see how that fares today. Start a new cycle. All right. Closing up life. Closing up life. 2 of our major kind of like segments are over. You know? So now we just got to see what's going on in the region. I did see up here that Philadelphia School District catches some flack trying to ventilate its classrooms by putting box fans in the window, pointing out. District leaders sought to reassure people on that plan, but some are really wary about it. With the clock ticking towards school reopening, Philadelphia School District leaders Tuesday attempted to quell criticism of its plans to ventilate its old buildings by adding window fans to 1,100 rooms citywide. Chief Operating Officer Reggie McNeil said the district has been, quote, putting a lot of work into making the environment safe enough for our students and staff to return. The news conference was called after pictures of the fans, in some cases the same sort of window units you would buy for your home at a big box store, circulated widely, raising alarm in teachers and parents. There's your box fan right there. It does look a little shabby. Looks like maybe you got off of the scrap heap, put in a window. I must say, okay, we all kind of hitting the wall here. The team might be hitting the wall. Hey guys, can I pick you up? We got not a lot of time. You got to see all the peeps. Look, here's the littlest one. Yeah, there she is. You want to help me read the paper? Okay. These box fans, Marley. I mean, in Philly they work, but in Lower Merion, the school system said its rooms met ventilation standards. Pre-pandemic, but it upgraded ventilation and filtration systems just in case. So you see the have and have nots. I mean, the saga continues with that. One district, affluent, can just upgrade its whole ventilation system. Other ones got to use recycled box fans. It's tough. How do you fix it? This is what Superintendent Height has to say. This is his way to kind of try to explain away the situation. Each fan has the amount of airflow it generates in the manufacturer's data. We have taken the extra precaution of measuring the airflow of the fans with an air balancer to ensure that the manufacturer's data is accurate. He said ventilation continues to be one of the layers of safety that will be in place in all of our school buildings as we prepare to slowly and safely return to in-person learning. Airflow units have been used in a few schools, canceling the need for fans, but that about 1,100 rooms citywide remain that require the fans. About 37% of the fans are installed, and the goal is for all of them to be in place on Monday. So you got about 63% left to go in a few days. I'm just gonna flip on. Oh, Philly. Oh, Philly. Yeah, Punxsutawney came out, said, Ixnay on the early spring plans. We're looking for 6 more weeks of winter. And because I'm a rodent that have been doing this for decades, I assume, you know you can trust me. What I say goes. More about this Philly fighting COVID debacle. I don't know if you've read about that, where the city hired a graduate student, and I guess his team, his unproven team, to roll out the vaccination process and logistics around delivering those vaccinations to the city citizens. Really no experience in doing any sort of mass vaccination or any other sort of delivery of meds by this group, but they were awarded the contract, and it's caused quite a stir in the city. Read more about the Philly funding COVID debacle. Inquirer.com. Oh my gosh, the OBITS. Wow, guys, we gotta spend a little bit of time just looking at the OBITS, don't we? I mean, we gotta do this. This is part of the deal. It's part of the regular programming. Raspberries or no raspberries. A quick look, guys. A quick look, ladies. Just you should take a quick glance at the people that have passed. Say rest in peace, all of you. We got Mr. Leo Webb. He's a pharmaceutical executive. Passed away on January 21st. He played basketball at Textile University on a Hall of Fame team. Okay. Congrats. I mean, I guess depending upon, your feelings of passing on to the next world. Some of these people might be like feeling they made it to the ultimate prize. I don't know. But rest in peace. Irma Bloom. Passed away the 29th of January. Where you going? You squirming Jones. Right? Who else we got? Whoa. Susan Love. Gotta love the last name. Served as the CEO of Lionsgate since 2016. Susan's gentle and kind demeanor. I don't think it's Lionsgate, the film company. I think it's Lionsgate. I don't know what. Something. Jewish geriatric home in Cherry Hill. I think that could be it. She's also a respected leader in the senior care field, active in many professional associations. Susan, rest in peace. Patricia Lavish, rest in peace. James Crown, 90 years old, rest in peace. He's a board member of the Northeast Philadelphia Council of Senior Citizens, as well as a 4th degree Knight of the Knights of Columbus. Everyone, top to bottom, sweet dreams. Hey, before we go, interesting little graph here of the snow totals around the region. See them all? Look at that. Pretty neat. See, there's a nice disparity or a nice range of snow totals. Here where I am 7.6 inches we received. Just northwest, 15 inches. Just northwest, a little ways. Just south this way, 9 inches. So it really did fluctuate depending upon where you were in the Philadelphia region. And lastly, we are really going to try to power through the front section. I mean, we got to. It's 8 o'clock. Right? I mean, this is something that typically I take more time paging through, Marley, Grace. But, Grace, you need to get dressed. We literally have 12 minutes. And you need to get your teeth brushed. And Marley, you're going to need to chillax and maybe have your bottle. Think so? No? All right. Well, let's stop talking about it. Let's take some action and keep flipping through. Decision over school reopenings. We've been hearing this story kind of bubbling up in more frequency in recent editions regarding not just here in Philadelphia with the Philadelphia Teachers Union and other unions locally, but across the country. I saw in Buffalo. I saw in Chicago. I saw right here, looks like Concord, New Hampshire. Pressure is building on school systems around the U.S. to reopen classrooms to students who have been learning online for nearly a year, pitting politicians against teachers who have yet to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Here's the situation in Chicago. The rancor is so great that the teachers are on the brink of striking. In Nashua, New Hampshire, the school board voted to stick with remote learning for most students until the city meets its certain targets on infectious hospitalizations. And tests coming back positive for the coronavirus. So you have different perspectives across the country on how to get kids back into school physically or not. Or not, it's not the right time. This is an Associated Press article, so I'm sure it's printed elsewhere. Take a look at this one by Michael Kunzelman and Holly Rammer. God bless you. Socialist activist runs afoul of Facebook. Akin Allah, a West Philadelphia resident, regained flags to Facebook for 10 days. It just feels weird that Facebook has me on some sort of list. But it's still not clear why his account was restricted. He found that the platform was used against him a few weeks ago as Facebook grappled with the fallout from the deadly January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. The company restricted his ability to communicate with others as part of Facebook's widespread security measures to prevent virus on Inauguration Day. But he's confused as to why. So, if you want to know why, Mr. Allah, or potentially why, again, Inquirer.com, is as short as chicken wings. I mean, this is so much content in this edition, and generally, that I can't not observe it. Because when you have a shortage of chicken wings, and the Super Bowl is a couple days away, it's a problem. Where have all the chicken wings gone? Quote, America, we have another crisis. We're running out of chicken wings. Days before the Super Bowl, a veritable annual chicken wing holiday, food service providers are scrambling to get their hands on these delectable morsels of poultry and paying top dollars for them. The Washington Post piece, reprinted here in the Inquirer. Jacob Bogage. What's been really strange about this year is it's actually been really strong since late summer, the demand for wings, said Kristen McCracken, executive director of animal protein at Rabobank. And that's made it harder for people who didn't have a plan going to the Super Bowl or are trying to catch up with the demand. People love their wings. They love them even more. They love them even more during the holidays or during the Super Bowl, which can be a holiday for many. So make sure you get your wings. Get your wings under wing if you need them, because they're going to be running out. Speaking of Lower Merion, from an article a few articles back, it looks like it's been ranked the second best place to live and work from home, according to a Money Magazine analysis of U.S. cities and towns. Of the 10 locations the magazine lauded, Lower Merion had the highest percentage of residents working from home pre-COVID at 9.6%. So that just kind of increased, looks like. And now we're going to move the letters and op-eds. We're at the official home stretch. Letters. Hey, bud. Wow, another letter about schools reopening. Another op-ed, another main op-ed here. Looks like it's from Jerry J. Jordan, president of the Philadelphia Federation of Teachers. I did see this yesterday on Inquirer.com. I didn't read the thing in full detail, but I would suggest you look at it, see what the union president for the teachers is saying is his stance and why he probably does not want schools to be in person. Trying to situate this paper. As you can see, I'm struggling, but now it's situated. The one thing with the physical paper is that it's a benefit because you get that experience, that physical experience, but also it takes some manipulation to get it into places you need it to read it properly. Make a double-edged sword. Letters, Grace, Marley, letters from Sherry Eckholtz and the Forever Wars, Peggy Walsh, New Jersey PA gun safety laws explained, Janet B. Kroll, keeping senior spirits high, vote no on HB 38, Marilyn Goldfarb, HB 38 is a constitutional amendment to have state courts be elected through their very own choice of carving out districts rather than being elected statewide. So I'll read more about that. And then an article, Pro-Choice versus Anti-Choice by Scott Clelamar, MD. Wow. I think we made it. Whether or not we made it or not, I have to say we made it because I literally have 10 minutes to manage this. Right, sweetie pie? Right? You gonna say goodbye? You gonna say goodbye to Grace? Put her on the school bus? Okay. You can say goodbye to everybody. Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow. All right, everybody. Until tomorrow. I appreciate you hanging in there with me today. Some days are going to be more hectic reads than others. Okay. Maybe I'll start back later with the New York Times when things have calmed. Maybe I'll just do a bonus read today. We'll see. Until then, have a great day. Hopefully a little relaxing and a little bit drier than our past couple days. Take care.